Hello, this is Tanisha J with Cosmic Roots Alchemy. If this is your first time here, come in, get comfortable. And if you're returning, welcome back. I want to do some housekeeping first before I begin reading. These readings are not based in facts. These readings are not meant to give advice for any mental, financial, or any other sorts of advice on anything. This reading is just a conversation, spiritual conversation with the tarot cards, and where we're going over subjects and situations, and nothing is facts here. However, I do ask you to use your discernment. Take what flows with you, and what doesn't, leave it out. Let's get into the reading of today. Today we are doing a reading of the case of Jelani Day. Jelani Day was a 25-year-old Illinois State University graduate, part of Omega Psi Phi fraternity, and had beautiful goals of becoming a doctor. He disappeared August 2021. Last seen at Beyond Hello, a cannabis, I think it's a dispensary. I may be saying that wrong. My tongues are getting twisted. But he was last seen on campus August 24th, 2021. His car was found covered, like it was concealed in the windy area of Peru, Illinois. License plate removed. His body was found September 4th. However, he was not officially identified until October. Um, to be honest with you, there's so many questions that are still left about this case, because there are so many things, like we don't know the who, what, and why of so many things. But his mother has been definitely been carrying on a fearless fight, and I want to send love, and I want to send healing energy to that family and what they're going through, and the things that they are doing, because they have had positive feedback and created actually a foundation with Jelani for missing persons, for black people to assist and help, because we hardly get the attention that is needed when it comes to that. So let's begin the reading. First, I'm going to do a quick read. The quick read, I'm going to ask, what was the energy surrounding Jelani Day during that day in August? What was the energy surrounding him? How was he feeling? What was the energy that surrounded him that day? What was the energy surrounding Jelani Day that day, August 24th, 2021? What was the energy surrounding Jelani that day? What surrounded him that particular day, and what he was doing, and where he was going? What is the energy surrounding Jelani during that day? Ooh, so much came out. We already got the ancestors card popping on the top. What would you like to tell us? Hold on. Let's see. There could have been someone watching him. Somebody probably was watching him. Watching, stalking, spy, or just being nosy. Yes, finances. Maybe he had finances on his mind. Weeks. Look deeply. Abundance. Now these could have been some of the things that was definitely surrounding him. Let me see if I can get any more to come out. What was surrounding Jelani Day, August 2021, the day that he was missing? What was surrounding Jelani that day? Spirits. So jail, illegal activity, arrest, police, unlawful, fraud. This could have been something that happened to him. Saying close your mouth. Definitely third party, others involved. And here we come again with the ancestors. The ancestors are speaking. The ancestors are speaking. So, negative energy, evil, dark, witchcraft, black magic. Okay, so let's go with these cards here. It's a lot. And I may do another quick read again with the other cards. Okay, someone possibly could have been watching him. And then look at this card. They say look deeply. So with some watching him and they're telling us to look deeply, there possibly could have been something that has happened. And it said third party. From what we know, everything kept saying that Jelani was by himself. There was nobody else. It could have been something, finances he was possibly thinking about, abundance, weak spirits. From what I say in weeks, maybe we'll find out new information within some coming weeks of what was going on. Like I said, we see the ancestor card here. The ancestors definitely jumping in speaking. They want to say that there was some negative type of energy that was watching, possibly. Close your mouth. And the thing about close your mouth, I feel like with that third party is people who are keeping secret, who are not saying anything. And when it comes to jail, illegal activities, arrest, police, unlawful fraud, I feel like we are talking about what was done to him. So look at the cards closely, and look like they're trying to tell us there was something off about that day. I will use another set of cards and do another quick read. Let's see what I can use. Hold on, let's use this. So it's possibly telling us that there are some things that some people know, but they're not speaking, they're not saying anything about the situation that happened. Give me a moment. I'm trying to get these cards out that I want to use. I might have to pop the bag open. I am really struggling to get these cards out. Usually easy. Okay. All right. Please share with me what is energy surrounding Jelani Day, August 24th, 2021. What were the energies? Can you share with us the energies surrounding Jelani Day? I want to see if there's anything else. They set a trap for you. Hold on. God, it's so much. Hold on. It's a lot of court. A lot of cards popping out. Okay, where's the energy? What is the energy surrounding Jelani Day, that day in August 2020? Oops. Here we have the Ancestors card come out again. The Ancestors cards are definitely coming out again. To me, when the Ancestors card come out, I feel like it is the Ancestors' way of telling us they know who it is, and they definitely will be repercussions for the harm, for what they did to Jelani. So I feel like that's what it's telling us. Like there will be definitely repercussion of what happened to him. Let's do this. Okay, there you go. Is there any more you would like to say? What surrounded Jelani Day? We got third party again that comes out. So there is definitely more people involved. He wasn't just by himself. There's definitely trying to spike your drink, and they are calling your phone blocked. I know they were stating that they found Jelani phone, but the phone was found by someone who was traveling the road, found it, took it to Walmart, and got money off of it, but they were not able to do. Okay, trickster, monitoring spirit. So it's definitely saying that someone was definitely watching him. Someone was definitely watching him. I don't know who it was, but before my train of thought goes somewhere else, I want to say this about the phone. That phone, it needs to be, I don't know the word for it, but I don't know if there's like digital forensic, some type of digital forensic that can be done on that phone and can help tell the story um, of who he last was seen with. The person was two-faced. Hmm. I'm gonna keep letting the cards talk, but I feel like something else. Like something else is gonna come up in this reading. Cause I'm feeling something else. However, I'm going to see if the cards are going to speak. But so far, with the quick read and what we have, we're saying that someone was definitely watching him. There was some type of trickster person who was not to be trusted, um, who was possibly watching him. They said he was by himself, allegedly. All this is alleged. None of this is true. Remember, they say he was by himself. So it possibly could have been somebody. Possibly could have been somebody. Definitely somebody else that that knows who was with him or saw it or something. But there is information out there that needs to be addressed, needs to be shared to give closure to this case and to give what really truly happened during that time, August 2021. Let me put these cards up and put it here. Okay. Now, since I know something definitely went down, I'm going to use, I call this my truth be told card deck. Because I know something, we know something definitely went down and happened that isn't right, that we don't have the pieces and everything as of it yet. So let's see. Okay, what happened that day? What was the energy surrounding something like that? What happened that day? If you can show us with clarity, what happened that day when Jelani was at his school, then he went to Beyond Hello, and after that, can you share with us what happened? I don't know why I feel like a confusion trapped card. King of Pentacles. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. With this, okay. With this Hierophant card showing, I feel like there are definitely some big pieces and some secrets that are still out there that are missing and people know. And also, when I see the Hierophant card, it makes me think of there's something bigger, someone bigger, who knows what happened, like someone who has power or so who knows what happened. This with lovers or so for I don't know. And like I said, these are not true or anything. I don't know if Jelani was dating or dealing with anyone, but there definitely seemed like there was some type of partnership, some type of relationship that was going on. Possibly some type of breakup. some type of hurt or something that was happening. And again, we got a Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is a woman who has turned cold, who has definitely turned cold, angry, upset of the things that did not go her way in a relationship. And with this right here, I feel like it's telling me there wasn't success. The relationship wasn't a success. There were some things that bothered that person, that did not come to success. Things did not come to fruition to what they wanted it to become. I don't know if he was dealing with anyone or there was some type of relationship. Now along with that, along with feel like this card's telling me like somehow he lost his way in his path of where he was going somehow, somewhere. And this right here, feel like it tells me there were definitely more people who knew, more people who were surrounding him, who knew, who saw what happened, who was involved with what happened to him. The Chariot, that right here makes me think of his car. And with the Chariot, it takes me to think of two things, to be honest with you. It makes me think of the car that was found. It also makes me think of the reckless behavior of those who were involved. And with the 10 of Wands, it makes me think of definitely I'm trying to think, like there's definitely with that sun, there's a lot of things that happen that's being hidden, and not as such as the burn. There's a lot of things that has happened. There were things that happened with the 10 of Wands. I feel like those are 10 things that possibly that happened along the way in the story that would complete the story and give you a full picture of what was going on or so, and go forth from there. Let's see what else. But they said he was by himself that day. They said he was alone. No one was with him. Let's see if someone was with him. We're going to do like a quick lightning round. Was someone with Jelani August 24th, 2021? Was someone with Jelani? Was there someone with Jelani? Yes, there was someone with him. Allegedly. There was someone with him. Another question was, because they were also, I'm looking at a list, y'all, because I'm trying to remember. Was Jelani in a relationship? Let's ask that question. I think he was in a relationship. But the relationship wasn't a relationship. It was possibly just like a casual relationship. Nothing too deep. Nothing too, someone caught feelings. And he possibly was like, he's a young man, so definitely it might be that he was dating. He was enjoying himself because he's young. He's in college, and here we have again this darn Page of Swords. Someone was watching him. I feel. I'm gonna tell you what the story feels like to me, and it may not be the true story or so, whatever. But I feel like I said everything is alleged. Everything is alleged. Nothing is true here. I feel like Jelani wasn't by himself that day. I feel like there was someone watching him, following him, whatever. But the watch and the follow was about someone who was liking him. But they didn't have the same level of what's the word, interest. They didn't have the same level of interest in each other. Love, unrequited love. That's what it is. Unrequited love. That's what it is. Unrequited love with this Page of Cups. There was unrequited love that he possibly didn't have for that same person or whatever, XYZ. And they probably found out, oh, he deals with different people and he's dating other people, and they were watching him. There was some, I feel like there was some type of jealousy, like a love type of jealousy or something that happened. Yeah, because look like someone's trying to offer, but he possibly didn't want that offer or what they were offering, and they got upset. Like I say, y'all, this is just alleged, a possibility of things that possibly can happen, because that's what I was trying to focus on, and things became reckless. Yeah, became reckless. became reckless. It wasn't what they wanted to hear, and things and situation turned different. Okay, that's a possibility. Look again, top card, being sneaky, deception, deceit, cheating, theft, manipulation, trickery. It could have been a trick. It could have been, hey, let's go out. Hey, let's do this. Or hey, whatever. Or on his way there, he saw the person was like, hey, what you doing here? And da da da. And they had a conversation, and come to find out, they may have had bad intentions when it all comes down to it. But what I want to ask about was the coroner and the sheriff's department. Were they all in connected and not fully investigating Jelani case? Were there lies told? And boom, that's the big dogs. They had piss poor morals. They did not follow what they were supposed to do. They were not doing the things that they were supposed to do in the status and at the authority that they had. They did not fully investigate. They didn't took the time to find out what all was going. It was it was a power trip that they used. It was a power trip that they used. They had no direction. They weren't trying to do anything. Again, this comes again with the this card, King of Swords, usually show like again, authority, law, and they structured their moral ethic was not fair. They did not bring clarity. They faked it. They faked everything as if they were doing something, but we know they didn't do anything. We know because there are so many holes in the case. There were so many things that has not been answered. We know that. We know this for a fact. They laid they did not do the duties that they were supposed to do. They lacked the priorities, the delegation, and they released and let so many other things go. However, this justice card shows up. One, they were not fair. That's number one. But justice card shows up again here with awakening card. So there may be an awakening, and justice will come through with this case. There will be something that comes through in this case to, I don't know why I'm seeing this. It's going to be something, I don't know, this is what I'm seeing. For some reason, I'm seeing like papers stacked and they're tied with like a twine or something. And I'm seeing the twine or the ribbon or just a string, better yet. It's being loosened. And like it's being loosened, like the case is open again. And there is going to be something, to show and reflect what is definitely going over. They're going to be going over that course again, and they're going to be finding something new. There's going to be found something new is going to come out that case. I don't know if it's a person or what who's going to come back up, but there's going to be something. Again, I say, here this card comes again. I say, look, this card comes again too. No, we didn't see this card, but this, I say, look into relationships. I say, look into relationships. Look into the relationships. See who was possibly at his home going and who was the one crying so hard, but y'all can identify who that person was. Look and see who was the person allegedly, none of this is true. Look and see who out of the ordinary acted kind of out of a context. And you was like, well, why that person? Well, maybe, and you couldn't think of it because the only reason you thought of it, well, they're probably hurt, and they're probably moved about the situation, what's happened or whatever. But I say do a digital clean on that phone and his emails and other stuff, because that person was following him and watching him. Please watch and see, because there is a device in which you can put into someone's phone and they never know, and they receive the messages as if they're in your phone. So as if like they get everything that you get. So do a digital cleanse on either that phone, email, I don't mean to say digital cleanse, because maybe that's what they did, but see if you can do a forensic digital, digital investigation on his electronics, and maybe you may find some things. Again, like I said, this is alleged, but that lover's card has popped up several times in the reading. Okay, this is the last. What else do you want to say about Jelani Day? Whatever you want to say about the energy surrounding Jelani Day case. What energy? What other messages are there for surrounding Jelani Day case? accomplice. We said that third party. Like they're like the beginning of reading, we said there are some people who probably know and they're not and they haven't talked yet. So, hmm. What other messages you want us to know about Jelani Day? What other messages you want us to know about Jelani Day? Mm-mm. What other messages give us clarity of the things we don't know that you would like for us to know about Jelani Day case? Legal proceedings again. I think there will be an opening of the case. There's something that's going to move this case forward. There's some type of new information or something that's going to be coming up. I'm not sure what it is, but it's going to be yeah, I'm getting so I think what I'm going to do, because I'm getting so much um cards. The next, because I'm trying to get it to just give me one card at a time, but it's giving me so much cards. Assassination. When I see this card right here, I feel like it was what's the word, premeditated. It was premeditated and trapped, love, wooded area, water. This has serial killer. Now, when I see the serial killer, it's not necessarily to me like this is a person who, and I keep getting this card alive. I'm not sure why I keep getting this card alive. It keeps saying alive, and this card has come out 3 times, but it kept coming out with like a bunch of other cards, and it kept saying alive. But the serial killer, the serial killer thing, that just make me keep thinking of possibly this is not this person's first time doing this. Um, they're known for doing something. It's like a repeated habit for me. That's what it makes me think. Here again, it says affair. I'm not sure. Child, fake death, spouse. Is there anything else you would like for us to know about Jelani Day? Case. I would definitely look more into friendships and everything that was he had or so. Hmm. And I feel like I don't know why I don't know. Well, I can tell you what I see. What I'm seeing is like, and this thing, couples keep coming up. Tunnel. Like, I'm going to put all the cards down. Sometimes cards come out, they're speaking. I may not be able to put all together, but they're saying something all together. And someone else, one of my watchers, can be like, okay, this is what this is. But there is so much that's coming. I'm going to, hold on. Spouse part. I'm putting all the cards together that has like dating and stuff for dating. Love, trap, legal proceedings, and it may not come into my head until later. Like wooded area, and we know the car was found in the wooded area. His body was found in the water. This says alive, fake to death. We don't. I'm not sure about that. Um, but these are all the cards that's coming out and speaking um, about the energy that is surrounding the case and the investigation of Jelani Day. I feel like I want to do one more, one more, and then I'm going to stop. And after I do this one more, then I'm going to do the ancestors, what the ancestors want to tell us. What's surrounding the investigation? What is the truth of the matter that happened around this Jelani Day case? Tell me about the people who was involved in Jelani Day case, who basically took him, his car, his ID, threw his stuff all around. Can you share with me? You say wasting time. Stock no changes, limited. Moving on. Thank you. Next. Reflecting. Too late for sorry. Regret never posted. Hold on. What else surrounding the case of Jelani Day? Obsessive lover, fake accounts, blocking bad energy. Again, this saying obsessive lover, fake accounts. There's someone who was following him, someone who was stalking him. They may have put different names. They have created fake accounts and everything to follow him and to see, because they were definitely um, obsessed with him. I don't know who it is, who he was in a relationship. Now, with this card right here, I feel like this is the person who was who's the actual lead person who knows all that happens, and he controls. Oh, I'm sorry, my camera. And he or she controls a lot of things that goes on in that town. So therefore, that they direct the energy. See, this keeps says, huh? Look and see. I would definitely look and see if there was. Cause he rejected. Did he reject someone? And they didn't like it, and I don't know. Again, like I said, all this is alleged. This is definitely. Uh, no facts. This is just a conversation with spirit, and it's going on. Now let's go to, like I said, the ancestral reading, and then we'll end the reading on that and go forth from there. And another thing is that we had the ancestors that showed up. We had the ancestors basically stating like they know and they're watching and they're dealing with it on their side, and they will be giving guidance and enlightenment to to um to us, the community, his family. Ancestors, please speak. Benevolent, healed ancestors, speak to us and tell us what you would like for us to know. There's going to be some type of communication. There's going to be some type of communication that's going to happen, and that communication is going to come. And the communication may be about the case, the communication in the efforts of finding all of what happened in the case. There's going to be communication with clear cut truth that's going to be coming. There's going to be, and it may be highly sensitive. Like there's going to be some information that they're going to be finding more and more. They're going to be uncovering things, unmasking. There's something happening emotionally which you never thought would happen, but it's going to bring information to this case. It's going to bring pieces. I'm seeing puzzles coming together. It's going to bring pieces together, puzzles together of what truly happened. Now, when I say bring pieces and puzzles together, I'm not saying it's going to yeah, definitely the ancestors coming up again, y'all. The ancestors are definitely working this case and definitely bringing pieces together. And when I say bring pieces together, the pieces may be coming together quickly, or it could be coming in slowly but surely and showing the picture of what happened, that day. So, but the ancestors want you to know this is definitely, they are definitely on the job. They're definitely watching. They're definitely knowing what's going on, and they have their hands on everything. And they will definitely cut and show who these people are. It's going to be some people coming up, and they're going to be having to answer questions of what truly happened to him. Um, they're definitely going to show what they have to come and say what happened to him. I think she's going to expose the ancestors. Going to expose the trickster, the one who was definitely a part of it, who was tricking him into believing he was safe, who was tricking him into believing that everything was okay, and trapped him and set that up for him. They're going to have to come and speak. They're going to have to be shown, and it's not going to be voluntary. And the ancestors will work their way of basically showing the truth and clarity. I don't know when, how, where, but they will. Again, this is just alleged. This is us having a conversation with spirit, and of conversation with spirit. There's no facts. This is not alleged. This. I mean, this is only alleged. This is not any facts or anything. This is just a conversation that we had, and this is just what the cards were showing. And I am not God, so I don't. These are not for sure like the answers, but these are some of the things that were surrounding the energy that came up. This reading has come to a close, and I thank y'all for watching and taking the time. And if you have further questions, please drop them down. If you got more information you want me to look at, please let me know. And again, I'm sending healing energy and love to the family, the friends, and the communities who are definitely fighting the fight for Jelani to keep his name alive, to keep his memory alive. And I thank you guys again. And until next time, stay rooted in love. Thank you.